started moving in here. Got Friday morning. Let me see if I can't finish cleaning this little roller out. Best I can, and then I'll bring it over yonder and blow it out. And there's where all the crud is right there. That was he. Okay, I think I got that dude going. I don't know when it got clogged up or wasn't working, but I got it from Daddy around 2008. He's going now. I got some of these little cutters here somewhere. Let me go hunt them down. I'm thinking about trying to go around that knife handle with this. I don't know if that's if I can do that or not. You know, I'm trying to find the easy way out. Maybe impossible. There's some of them that somebody has gave me. I don't know if them all go in there or not. Come from Sears. I've got more here somewhere. I just don't know where. I'm looking for something to round off the edge of that handle. Don't know. Let me look see. That's what I had in mind, but I wish the whole set was here. Let me see if this is even possible. Hadn't been out of there in quite some time. Rusted down in there. Now let me see if my little bolts I'm going to use is going to be, might have to be drilled out. And I'm probably going to use these right here. But in the meantime, I need something that's going to go down in there. I'm thinking flush. I'll see. See what's going on now. Okay, problem right off the bat. I'm not going to be able to drill through that unless I have a carbide bit. That small, I don't think so. Let me scrounge around. Got one. That slot here is liable to break the bit. A little bit bigger than I needed, but that's all I got. She almost made it through, and then she broke right on the very end. And then I set this up on the vise and punched it. Got something now. I'm going to mark this with a black marker where the blind man can see. Alrighty, now I'm going to cut that out as close as I can on my bandsaw. This is where I could use a wood bandsaw like Cliff's that I do not have. No pen will mark on this slick thing, so I'm going to put a little scribe line there where the end of that goes when I get this over here cut out. Now get your can. That's also got that symbol there.
Mower.
Service reminder system. We can't get the mower to come on unless it's in high. Ain't that interesting. I'm gonna have to fool around with a lawnmower. Alright, let's see what come in the mail. It's styrofoam. Let me see if I can't get rid of that first thing. Well, that's the flow meter, or that sure is a baby looking dial. Let me see if I can't get this out of here. Quite a bit of difference from the picture they show. Looks a lot bigger. Alrighty. Well, there she be. I don't like it already. Let me get back on this little project that's taking up quite a bit of time. Let me crawl in here. That's as close as I'm going to get to that. Now let me see if I can profile it down to that line. Now, I'm going to have to find something
fit this on the drum sander? Possibly, I'm not sure. Let me go see. Did something just move, or was that me? Alrighty. I don't see how that machine moved, but something moved over. I don't know what's going on. I know how come this one moved. Alright. Now let me get out here and do some dangerous stuff. Okay, I'm all set up. This could get bloody. Danger, danger, danger. Still waiting for it. We just got our ingredients in for the Kentucky Fried Chicken. I can tell you right now, that's another crowd that thinks the MSG is the secret. That stuff ain't gonna be worth the flip either. And I wish it was here last night. Okay, I've waited long enough. Here goes nothing. Or possibly one or two, or three or four fingers, I'm not sure. Oh, boy. Let me bring this zoom down a little bit. Now, should I bring this on down then to a point? Or should I wrap up this machine over here and put it up or kill myself? Let me see. Yeah, it looks good that way.
Let me see what he's up to.
Very
Yeah. Oh. Alrighty.
You can't mark on here. So I need something to go by. Try to get the other side the same, you know. And that's all you'll get on that. That ain't scratching this at all, I can tell you, just scratching that blue. And now, let me mark the other side. I still got 10 fingers left.
Well,
I got my other piece marked, and I'm going to drill out the bolt hole. I done got them center punched a little bit. That helps in wood. And I'm going to use that pressing against another piece of wood in case, you know, you flake a piece of splinter or something off the wood. Sometimes this will just splinter off in a big, splinter. Get up there. Okay, let me turn around here and mark this. This goes on the other side. All I gotta do is get the screw out. Go in there. If you would. All right. Tight. And I've got everything I need except the flathead screwdriver. And of course, that seems to be a little off from my mark. Naturally. Now I need to hold that still and mark it. Alright. Now all I gotta do is cut all that out just like I done before. Yeah. Better remember that. Well, there's something sticking out on that shelf. Alright. Get back over here. Okay, let's cut this one out. Let's crawl up here and break the neck. Pipe is gonna let me roll back over here. Here we go. Few humps right in there. I don't know why, but it did. Let me see if I can't do something with it. I doubt it. Maybe just a small amount. You'll see it. I have a special cutter with a pilot that's supposed to center this hole and drill this out. That's missing in action. So what I'm having to do is just use a regular drill bit. I don't know where that thing is. I got my depth set right here. You adjust it on this one right here. And I got it coming down to right there. good. There you go. And these suck down in here. These are stainless. These is for holding knife handles on. Now what I need to do is epoxy this and then tighten these down and let it set. Then I got to do some final little bitty sanding on it. It looks good so far. That's right on the money, I believe. But this one is off that much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two handles back off and put the bolts on and clamp them together and go over and touch them on the disc. Try to get that a little better. There we go. It's off that much. He's on there now. One more touch. I got her. Steel wool took that right off of there. And now I'm going to scrape up this a little bit with some sandpaper. And we're ready to, look, it comes with a hockey stick.
Yeah. Great, my bag broke while I was getting these out. I'll have to do another bag.
I don't like them no more. I like the skinny one. You gotta have your hockey stick. Let me go on the air hose, make sure this stuff's off. Alright, now we're ready for the fun stuff. And I got all this scratched up a little bit. Got these sanded down smooth. And I'm gonna have to put epoxy in here, you know, because this is not going to be exact fit anyway because of my reamer missing. But even if I had the reamer, you want to put that down in there. And the epoxy will not hold that when you're out here in the wild jungle killing zombies. You really need to use some Loctite or something similar on the threads. But the only problem is time you get all up in the goopy gop here, it's hard to get any Loctite on there. So let's get started with this stinky stuff. And oh yeah, 5 minutes is all I got. I don't like nobody rushing me, you know what I mean? 5 minutes. Man. Is that well, I mean, now I found it. Stuck on there somewhere. Alright, 5 minutes. Just go the other way, but I done got started this way now. Oh, come on now. Excellent. Yes, excellent. That one started crooked. Need a third man at the cellar. Oh boy. Now I gotta run a rag. That can't be helped. I'm gonna make sure that's as tight as it's gonna be. Alrighty. Messy, messy, messy. Now all I need is some place to put this where it's not going to drip all over everything. Didn't plan on that. And I got this stuff all over me. I never did harden that wood. That's walnut. Comes from Cliff Shop. And there's nothing like playing an epoxy right before you go in. Alright. Getting late. This battery's dead. I gotta get out of here. Alrighty. Take 30 minutes to shut the shop down. It says the shop doors open, the big doors, and the legs to hold them open was wide open this morning. No way. I'm gonna have to start locking this door. If I can. Get through that.
Groovy.
Dougie, that's probably the funniest thing I've ever read.